Thank you for tuning into another episode of Breaking the Silence with author Nikki Nicole, where you can unleash your inner voice. Season 2 is finally booked with 49 episodes, y'all. 49 episodes. I am so excited about conversing with each and every one of them. Season 1 is almost over, and I can say I've had some amazing people to break the silence with me. I have enjoyed networking and meeting new people with talent and purpose. If you have been tuning in, I gave away $30 and lunch on Breaking the Silence to two of my guests from the first 30 episodes, Tamika Wilson Scott and Josh Vandross. Thank you so much for being a guest on the Breaking the Silence podcast. I have tried to find ways to give back to every one of my guests that have supported me on this journey. I will be doing another drawing when I reach 60 episodes. So stay tuned in. So I will not hold you any longer. Today's guest is Minister Davon B. Fryson. He is a minister, educator, author, youth advocate, and most importantly, a young man with a heart for Christ. He is the child of Miss Robin Sanders and Mr. Ray Buie. He graduated from Post University with high honors. He is a member of both the National Honor Society of Leadership and Success and the Kappa Honor Society. He was also recognized as one of the top graduates in his graduate class. He is the author of See You Later, Alligator, his first children's book. He is also employed in Florence, South Carolina, where he serves as the lead pre-K teacher. His greatest accomplishment in life is being able to say, I dedicated my life to Jesus Christ, and his goal daily is to help others see him and grow closer to him. So after the countdown, I want everybody to welcome this amazing young man to the stage. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, doing good. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being a guest on Breaking the Silence.
Yes, Lord, it's a blessing to be here, and I thank you so much for having me on Breaking the Silence. I'm very excited, very excited.
You're welcome. So let's talk about your journey as the author before we get into talking about your journey as a minister. What inspired you to write See You Later, Alligator?
Oh wow. Okay, so first my mother she's an author. She wrote a cookbook a couple years ago. And basically, just looking at her and looking at her journey inspired me a lot on my journey as an author. And also when I was in college, we would have to do these like different assignments. And for one of the assignments we had to do an assignment about a short story. And I said, okay. And the short story that I created, it was very, very good. So I said, okay, if I can create a short story, I know God will bless me, to write a real story. So that's how See You Later Alligator came about. And it was just a great, accomplishment. And not only a great accomplishment, but it was a great thing, to just look back over and say, wow, it's a blessing to be an author. It's a blessing.
You ain't got to tell me. I know that first time
Yes.
when I published my first book, it was like, wow. Like I was so excited. So I know the feeling that you had. Definitely.
Yes,
So
great feeling.
how has publishing that book changed your life?
Publishing See You Later Alligator. It has changed my life in so many different ways because it it showed me patience, not only patience, but it showed me what it means to truly have a gift to write. I always knew that God blessed me with a gift to write because from writing poems or writing encouraging posts or just in general or writing stories. I'll say he blessed me with that gift. So to see that he blessed me to just be more than an encourager or more than just a short writer, but he blessed me to be a writer of even chapter books. That's a blessing. So to see just everything that has happened over time. Because in school, I tell everybody in high school, middle school, growing up, I didn't like reading at all, not at all. I didn't even like writing. If I'm going to be honest, I didn't even like writing. So to be somebody who loves reading, to be someone who loves writing, I'm just like, wow, like this is astonishing, and it shows me what God can do with a life if you just give your life to Him. It's a blessing, truly. It's a blessing.
Wow. So not liking to write or read, and now you're a published author.
Yes, yes, yes. It is honor, and it's also a great story to tell as well. It's a great story to tell.
So, I mean, what shifted along the way to say, you know what, I don't like to read, I don't like to write. So, I'm going to write this book. What
Okay,
changed?
what changed? To be honest, what changed? The first book I actually picked up and read was the Holy Bible. I'm just being honest. I'm not just saying this because I'm a minister or this or that, but to just be honest, the first book I picked up and started reading was the Holy Bible. And when I picked up the Bible, I remember picking it up for the first time, and I remember reading the first chapter in Genesis, and I said, "Okay, I don't know what any of this means." Closed it, and God convicted me so much, and He said, "Open it back up, and this time I want you to pray for a better understanding." So open it back up, and long story short, I couldn't close it after that. So just getting into the Bible, reading so much, I just fell in love with reading. And I love reading. So reading is a great thing, and not only reading, but even with writing is a great thing as well. So both of them play hand in hand, but it's just a blessing to be able to say I went from not wanting to read anything or write anything to love to loving it, love reading, love writing. So it's just a blessing, and it started from the Holy Bible. That's what I'll say. That's what I say.
You cannot tell me what God won't do and can't do.
He's amazing. He's amazing. It is a great testimony. It's a great testimony. I'm gonna slow down. I'm ready to talk. It say everything, but I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna slow down.
So, did you self-publish or traditionally publish a book?
I didn't self-publish. My great friend Zayada Jackson. I contacted her because she's a publisher and she's also author as well. I contacted her and she was such a blessing from God. I mean, wow, she was such a blessing. She gave me the whole breakdown on publishing or getting the book edited and just everything about writing a book, publishing a book. She gave me the whole rundown. So she helped me along the way. My mother helped me along the way. A great woman, she's an author as well, Miss Iris Williams. She helped me along the way. My brother Vic helped me along the way, and it was just a great experience. I had so many people supporting. People was telling me, "Hey, Devon, you don't got to give me this amount. You don't got to give me this amount. Give me what you got. Just do it from the heart." And I was like, "Wow, this is a blessing." So everything came together so well. It came together so well.
Wow. So, do you think that it publishing that way over self-publishing is better, or you wish you would have took the route of self-publishing?
Um, Knowing what I know now, I'll say God blessed me to write "See You Later Alligator" and get it published for less than nothing. So because you're an author, so publishing the book, yeah, you have to pay some money. You do, but he blessed me to publish "See You Later Alligator" for less than nothing. So I'll say from that experience, it was a blessing that God, blessed me to connect with so many different people that wanted to help, that wanted to support, that wanted to, pour into my dreams and my desires. That was a blessing. But I would say, knowing what I know now, I would like to self-publish more. And the reason why I say self-publish more is because when you self-publish, basically what you can do is, you can take it at your own pace. I
Mhm.
say that. I say that. So self-publishing is a great thing to do, and also traditional publishing as well.
I think with let's see, I self-published all my books, but self-publishing, you have to really be out there. You have to be in the streets, pushing
Yes,
that book like more, over
yes,
traditional publishing. You have somebody that's pushing with you, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Yes, you do. You do. You do. You do. And like you said, with self publishing, you really have to, get out there. You have to, you have to let people know, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I have. And you have to, you cannot stop. And I feel like one thing with authors, that if we're not careful, one thing we'll do, we'll stop. We'll stop. And we won't continue putting our work out there, telling people about it. But that's something we can't do. We have to continue pushing our dream, pushing, the goals, pushing what God has blessed us to do. And just put it out there. So self-publishing is a great thing to do, in my opinion. It's great. It's great.
I think you speaking to me now because I did. I stopped advertising. I stopped getting out there, in the streets trying to, let everybody know. So you just telling me I need to get back on my stuff.
Yeah, yeah, get back on, get back out there. Get back out there. I tell people all the time that come to me about being an author. Many people have came. I tell them all the time, look, you got to keep going. It's not about how many copies you sell. It's not about how much you make. This is a blessing. Just you being able to call yourself an author. Just you being able to say, look, this is what God has blessed me to do. You have to put that thing out there.
You right.
Everyone may not support, everyone may not see you, but God sees you. God knows your heart. So keep going, keep going, keep going. That's why I tell everyone. That's even why I had to tell myself. God blessed me to sell, so many copies to from reading it at the school I work at to my church supporting a lot, my family supporting a lot, my friends, people I don't even know, like just so many people supporting. He blessed me, to sell a great amount of copies. But this right here was my mindset before everything got started. I said, God, even if I just sell one book, as long as that book touch, my book touch that one person, that's all that matters. So
Awesome.
so yes, I wasn't really looking towards, how much money I can make. I was looking towards who can I be a blessing to from this story? Who can I help from this story? So that really gave me a great mindset going in, a great mindset going in.
That's a real good mindset to have. Awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So you talked about teaching. So as a child, did you dream of being a teacher? Did you think that you would be
Woo!
educated?
Okay. Oh, hey, that's the question that I wanted you to ask me, to be honest. Okay, so to be honest, and some people, may watch the live and be like, Divine telling the truth. Okay, so in school, I battled with ADHD. And with ADHD, you really hyper a lot. You don't pay too much attention, and it's a lot on a child dealing with ADHD. So in class, I can barely focus. I can barely focus. And I tell people all the time, I tell some of my childhood friends, man, I ain't even pay attention in school. And God blessed me to become a teacher myself. So we laugh about it, but I never dreamed of being a teacher. I never dreamed of being a teacher. That was something that God did on his own. Trust me, it was something he did on his own because in school I didn't pay attention too much. That's why I have a great story to tell about college, but high school, middle school, this and that. The story ain't too good, but I'm grateful for the testimony that God has given me to be able to say, look, I went from not paying attention in class. Matter of fact, one of my coaches from high school, he tell me, often when we talk, he said, "Man, you will be sleeping class," and now you're an educator. So that kind of stuff right there really inspires me a lot and encourages me a lot, and it shows me what God can do with a life. He can do a 360. So yes.
Hmm. Wow, because I be watching a lot of your stuff. You're good with those kids. You have a
Thank you,
passion
thank
for that.
you. I
You really
love it.
do.
I love it. I love it from the bottom of my heart. It is a blessing. And one thing about it, I always knew that I had a gift with children. I always knew God blessed me with a gift with people in general. So working with people, working with children, it's an honor, especially with children, because my story growing up is not like every other minister or pastor or this or that. My story is not like that. I got saved when I was 19. I made a whole bunch of mistakes, went down the road path, didn't pay attention to school. I was that kid that people probably looked at and said, man, he ain't gonna go nowhere if he don't get it together. So, having a story to tell children today about, how God can save you, God can change you, even talking to parents. I talked to a parent she came into my workplace a couple weeks ago, and we was talking about her child, and she was saying, my child is, she not listening, she not focused, she not doing this, she not doing that. And I said this right here. I said she can change. She can change. You continue being the best parent you can be, you continue praying, you continue doing your part, she can change. Because speaking from someone that, came up disrespectful, didn't listen as much as I needed to, didn't pay attention as much as I needed to, being transformed, that's a story to tell the young people now. So, it's just a blessing to have that testimony. And I love talking to different children, different young men, different young women, and it's an honor. It's a blessing.
Wow. So that's awesome. That's awesome what you're doing. That brings me to my next question. You led right into it. Why
Yes.
did you choose the path as a minister?
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna say this right here. It's most certainly not a path that I shot. It's a path that God put upon my life. Trust me. Okay, so in high school, like I said, I didn't too much pay attention in school, right? So in my senior year in high school, my 12th grade year in high school, I remember everybody getting ready for graduation, and my teacher, she literally came up to me and she said, "Look, you're about to fail my class and you're about to be held back. You're not about to graduate." That's basically what she was saying. And I was like, oh man. And I would pray every now and then, probably every couple months, I prayed because at this time I wasn't saved. I wasn't who I am today. So, I wasn't focused on praying or doing this or doing that. But that day right there when she told me that, I remember running home and I remember praying. And I said, Lord, you have to help me graduate. Please help me. And I ended up graduating, long story short, and throughout that summer, before I started college, I would pray. I would say probably one time out the week, 2 times out the week, but not every day, not consistent. But I will pray. I would pray. So that was kind of like the beginning of my journey with Christ. So I remember that August, college had done started. I'm fresh out of high school. Me and my friends, we used to love getting dressed up, going to basketball games, football games. We just love dressing, going out, just having fun. Not even doing crazy stuff, but just having fun in general. But we would get dressed up. So we was on the mall. We was on the way to the mall one day, and I remember we stopped at this store, and it was a man there, and he had this board game. And we stopped. We young, we dumb, we don't know nothing. So we stopped, and he's playing this game with different people. We walk up and say, "Hey, we want to play too." And he said, "Okay, y'all have money? Yes, we got some money. We're about to go to the mall." But the fact, but and matter of fact, I saw this jacket that I wanted, and I said, "I'm gonna win that jacket." So basically, we going toe to toe. We put our money down. He's put his money down, and in the back of our mind, we're not thinking about this man is gambling because that
Mhm,
we young, we dumb. We're not thinking about
mhm.
any of this stuff. So long story short, this man ended up taking about $300, $400 from us. Like true story, $300 to $400 for us. And in that moment, we didn't too much pay attention to it because we said, "Hey, he won." You know, he won. And I remember leaving. We left, and I remember we had gotten on the road. And I remember telling my best friend Lee, he's actually saved to this day. He's saved. He made a change. He's a great man of God. But I remember telling him. I remember saying, "Man, we got to go back." He just gambled us, and he was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. We did get gambled. We did." So, long story short, we went back, and I battled with anger issues. I mean, bad anger issues. When I get mad, that was it. It was hard to slow me down. But long story short, we went back. I jumped out the car. Lee, in the back of his car, he had his long pole. So I ended up jumping out, took the pole, and it was a short little man. It was a short man. And I remember telling him, I was like, "You gonna give us our money back?" He said, "Y'all ain't getting nothing back." I said, "You gonna give us the money back, or are you gonna get hurt?" And we're gonna take the money. So it was a whole thing. Lee and another good friend of mine finally calmed me down, finally got me in the car. We end up leaving. And I remember going to college. I think it was that next week. I remember going to class that day. And I remember playing gospel music because notice I said in the summertime I had already started praying more, trying to get closer to God. but I wasn't there just yet. But on the way to class one day, playing gospel music out loud, and I remember I heard a voice. And when I heard the voice, it felt as though the voice went from the top of my head down to the soles of my feet. When I heard it, it said, "It's time. It's time." And I tell people this story all the time. When I heard that voice, I said, "Okay, guy, I hear you. It's time." And Miss Nikki, I tell you from that day, my life has never been the same. I
Wow.
went from praying, 1 to 2 times a week to literally 5 times, 6 times, 7 times a day. I was on fire and for prayer, on fire for God. I mean, like something hit, something changed. And it all
Mhm.
started from that moment at the store. And it was just a blessing, to hear God speak so clear and so powerful. And all I can do is make a change. All I can do is make a change. So it started from there. And I started praying more, started opening up the Bible, as I told you, got into church, started learning about Jesus Christ and what he did on the cross for us. And as time went by, he blessed me to become an encourager. And he blessed me to connect, wow, with so many different people. I used to work
Wow.
at I used to work at Target, and I would walk in and people would be like, "Okay, y'all to go preaching, man." Because I will always pray for people in that place, encourage people in that place. So basically, I started off as an encourager, just somebody who wanted to tell everybody about somebody, and that somebody is God.
Wow.
Basically, like the song says, I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. So that was me. That was me. And I got ordained to become a minister this previous summer, in July. So it's been a great journey. But it all started at the store that day, and that next week when God spoke to me and said it's time, that's when it all started.
That's an amazing story. How old were you
Yes.
then?
I was 19 years old. 19 years old. I got saved. I got saved when I was 19 years old.
That is awesome. So what message do you hope will reach you're trying to reach with like teaching?
With teaching, the message I'm trying to reach with teaching is this right here. Um, be the best that you can be. Be the best that you can be in life. You don't have to start later. You can start now. You can start now. And teaching, young children, sometimes I see myself in some of the kids that God blessed me to come across. I see that child, who people label as ADHD. I see that child, who may have anger problems. I see that child, who may not have a father in the picture. So I try my best to encourage them to be better than I was. Don't do things off of emotions. Don't do things off of what your mind tell you to do, but do things the way you were created to do, and that's the right way. And I try my best to be crystal clear with the children that I teach and let them know, hey, look, you need to learn how to control your emotions. Yes, you 4. Yes, you 5, 6, 7, but you need to learn how to calm down. And I tell one child all the time. He get upset. I say, Say the good words," and the good words for him is "Help me, Jesus." So yes, the message I try to pass through is you don't got to go by how you feeling or what you thinking. You don't got to go by what people label you. You are strong. You are courageous. You are amazing. You are a child of God. That's why I try to let every child know that God blessed me to come across to teach.
What a way to start their day.
Yes, yes, I love it. I love it so much. I actually got we sang this song every morning in my class, and not every morning, but we sang it very often. It's one of our class songs. I know I can be what I want to be if I work hard at it. And in the song, I kind of remixed it. God bless me to remix it. I say, you can be a police, and the kids say I can be a police. I say you can be a doctor too. The kids say I can be a doctor too. And I tell them if you put your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. And after that, we say, I am strong. I am courageous. I gotta hold on so I can be the greatest. So I just try my best to implement, that encouragement in our daily learning.
But see, I've heard you. I saw a snippet. I think you did a video singing that song. I've heard you sing that before on
Okay, okay,
Facebook.
okay,
I think I've heard it
okay.
already. I was like, look at him
Yes,
encouraging
yes,
those
yes,
kids.
yes. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It is. I love it so much. I love it so much. It's a blessing indeed.
So, what advice would you give to your younger self today?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. Wow. Some advice I would give to my younger self is this right here. You don't have to, you don't have to try to fit in to stand out because like I told the children at our men's conference about 2 weeks ago, I was telling them, I was saying if you only be what God wants you to be, you're gonna stand out. You're gonna make an impact. And growing up, something I did was I felt as though I had to fit in. And it was even stuff I didn't want to do, but I felt as though I had to do it. Whether it's fighting, whether it's drinking, whether it's doing this, whether it's doing that. That stuff I felt as though I had to do to fit in, to be called popular. But as time went by, I began to see that, man, these things ain't gonna get you nowhere in life. Nowhere in life. So I tell so a piece of advice I would give my younger self is this right here. Don't try to stand out. When God did create you, to stand out in the crowd, He created you to stand out in Him. That's a piece of advice I would give my younger self. Stand out of God. Be the best that you can be for God. Serve God faithfully. Even if people laugh, even if people, don't understand your lifestyle. Serve God. Don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to be the only one that stand up for what's right. Don't be the one that try to, be with 100 different people that's doing 100 different crazy things. Be that one that's doing the right thing, and you will stand out in the most amazing way. That's a piece of advice I would give my younger self.
Amen. We don't think about things a lot of times until we're older.
Yes, right, right.
Why
Until
did
we
I do
older.
what I did? Why did I do that? That wasn't even in my character. Just because you want to have friends, you did
Yes,
whatever. Everybody's been there. Trust
yes,
me. So my
yes.
most important question of tonight, the very final question I have for you, is where can we, which I already know where, because it's in my
Hmm.
court right now. It's in my court right now. Where can we find that book?
See You Later Alligator. See You Later Alligator is on Amazon. You can go on Amazon, type in See You Later Alligator, Davon B Fryson, it'll pop straight up. It'll pop straight up. And also people, it's a lot of people that reach out to me and say, hey, still to this day, the book came out what, in June, the previous June. People still reaching out to this day saying, hey man, I need a copy, I want a copy. And I tell them, if you want to save some money, you can just cash out me. I can put in the order for you, and we can meet. I can ship it to you however you want to do it, to just help people save money. And it's even some copies, I mean, giving away for free. If people reach out to me and say, hey, look man, my kids want the book, or I want the book, I say, okay, I got you, because I just want to be a blessing. Like I said, money is good to have, but money is not, my goal for writing See You Later Alligator. It's to be a blessing to other people. And it's a lot of kids that I have said, look, you can have it. It's a lot of people that I have said, look, you can have it. So I just want to be a blessing. That's all. I just want to be a blessing.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm definitely gonna get my copy, and I want an
That,
autograph.
yes, yes, yes. You most certainly get an autograph. You most certainly get an autograph. I'm actually working on a chapter book. It's called The Young Man with the Heart of Gold. Now this is going to be mainly for young teens, young adults, older adults, and this is going to be a great chapter book. To help so many people to see that your faith in God and you trusting in God can really get you to some beautiful places in life. And not only that, but if you don't give up, you don't know who you can be a testimony to help them to get closer to God. So yes, it's gonna
Awesome.
be it's a great story, a great story. And I was typing earlier, and that thing said 12,996 words. I said, Lord knows I've been typing, God, you've been typing away, but it's a blessing, it's an honor. So that's gonna be out very soon. I'm excited about it, and I'm just grateful for everything that God is doing. Everything.
Keep me posted on when it's gonna release, so I can help
Yes.
push it. And
Thank
I'm
you.
definitely
Thank
I'm
you.
definitely gonna want a copy of that as well.
Yes, yes. I'll most certainly get you a copy, Miss Nikki. I surely will. I surely will.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Minister Davon Fryson, for being a guest on the Breaking the Silence
Yes,
today.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Miss Nikki. Thank you for having me. Okay, it is a blessing. To see what you're doing, bringing so many different people on to share so many different great stories. It blesses my heart. May God continue to bless you, to keep you, and to grow you in all that you do in life. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
No
you. Thank
problem.
you. I
No
appreciate
problem.
it highly. And thank you to everyone out there that's tuning in to yet another episode of Breaking the Silence with Minister Davon Fryson.
I love you
Please,
guys. God bless you.
please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Breaking the Silence Podcast, for snippets, updates, and more. Tune in every Saturday for Breaking the Silence open mic with co-host Kashari Peterson at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to hear some amazing talent from all over the world. Tune in every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time for an intense debate with co-host Amani Myers. This week, the debate topic is Martin Luther King Jr. or Malcolm X for the YouTube. That's going to be with Nicholas Myers. Don't forget to stop by my website to purchase one of my books. As Michael Dell said, it is best. It is best. You do not have to be a genius. You don't have to be a visionary or a college graduate to be successful. You just need a framework and a dream.
That's true. So true.
So y'all stay focused and remember to tell someone today that you love them. So tune in next time to break the silence together.
Wasted too much time. Now I'm here and crying. And I don't think he's coming back. Been around the world and
Hey, yo, Sway, you desperate for greatness, bro.
been around